Welcome back to the Baby Bunting live series. Tonight, we're going to be discussing choosing the right car seat. I'm Les, I'm the buyer for car safety at Baby Bunting, and this is Arron, our National Installation Manager from Baby on Board. And we're going to walk you through picking the right seat for your little one and how you can ensure that your family stays as safe as possible for the adventures ahead. We're also going to have an exciting competition for viewers tonight. We'll be giving away 5 free car seat installations to 5 lucky viewers. To enter, all you need to do is tell us what was the most helpful part of this episode. Pop your answers into the comments box and we'll select 5 lucky winners. Arron, thanks for joining. To get us started, can you talk us through the different categories of seats available?
Yeah, hi Les, thank you. There are 5 categories of seats currently available on the Australian market. Starting with a capsule. Capsule is a dedicated rearward-facing seat that can accommodate a child from day 1 up until 6 or 12 months, depending on what model you buy. The capsule allows parents to move freely with the child in and out of the car, engaging it into a pram, and the base unit stays secured in the car. And that's category 1. Convertible car seats, again, go from day 1 up until 4 years. So from 0 to 4, initially functioning like a capsule in a rearward-facing mode, and then when at an appropriate time, turn around and go to a forward-facing mode to approximately, again, 4. Harness seats, a fully harnessed seat, which is a dedicated forward-facing seat from children from 1 to approximately 8, and a fully harnessed seat places the seatbelt over a child's hard parts of their body, the bones of their body, and keeps them secure. Convertible booster seats, very similar to a harness seat initially, using the internal harness up until the appropriate age, approximately 4 years old, and then converts into a booster seat using the vehicle seatbelt to secure the child and seat into the vehicle. And then a booster seat, again, for the appropriate age child, 4 to 8 plus, using the adult seatbelt to secure the child and the seat in place.
Great. So there's obviously quite a few car seat categories available. So when does a child move to the next stage category of the car seat?
There's a few factors to consider before you move the child onto the next category. Always use your seat to its fullest capacity, and then always get good advice, good best practice advice. Take into account their age, size, maturity before, and what's the safest position to place them in.
Right. Okay. And look, there is obviously a lot to understand when it comes to car seats. Can you talk us through some of the terminology that a lot of brands use within their own car seats?
When a parent enters the store for the first time and walks into the car seat aisle, it can be a baffling experience. There's a lot of products out there. Terminology and acronyms like SICT, which is side impact cushion technology, is a deployable crumple zone placed on the headrest and shell of the restraint to improve the performance in side impact. You might see terminology like G-cell, which is an innovative crumple zone, patented side impact protection that offers full body shield protection. You may see another term, Air Protect. Air Protect, again, side impact technology that's there to shield the child's head from the forces of a side impact technology collision. And Click Tight is another one. Click Tight is a easier method of installation. The Britex Click Tight installation system allows you to fit your seat without using connectors and sorry, Les, we were doing so well using connectors and hooks to lock your seat into place. In 3 easy steps, you can just use a vehicle seatbelt. The Click Tight tensions and locks the vehicle seatbelt into place for a tight and secure fit.
Right. And
Isofix is it's another one you may come across. Isofix is a newer method of and a simpler method of installing car seats using connectors in your car. Most new cars have the Isofix in place, and it's a simpler method of installation.
Right. So keeping on the Isofix category, how do I identify if my vehicle is ISOFIX compatible?
I'd say many new cars are ISOFIX compatible. If you're looking, first of all, look in your vehicle manual. It's probably the first place to start. If for further investigation, look in your back seat between the vertical and horizontal cushions of your rear seat. There will be indicators pointing out the ISOFIX points.
Right, and obviously with new parents, it'll be very overwhelming for them to choose the right car seat for them. So what do they need to consider when choosing the right seat for their little one?
Yeah, many factors to consider. I say their size, their age, their maturity, and the size of their car, their lifestyle. And as I said, there's a capsule or convertible car seats. And are there any other seats in the car? Any other occupants in the car? It's always best to get good advice, and that's what we're great at doing at Baby Bunting. Our teams are really confident and understand what the parents' needs are.
Great. Also, how long should I keep my child rearward facing for?
Really important question, and one we're commonly asked. As you know, at Baby Bunting, we're passionate about child safety, and we really want to protect those infants as long as possible. So the answer to that question, and I'll go in a bit more detail, is keep your child rearward as long as possible. In the event of rapid deceleration, like in a car accident, if a child rearward facing, their head, spine, and neck is encapsulated in the shell of the car seat. If the child's forward facing and in the same accident, their head, spine, and neck are subject to far greater forces and more likely to receive injury and life-changing injuries. So keeping the child rearward facing as long as possible. Some seats on the Australian market go up to 30 months rear facing, 2.5 years. So that's where we recommend a child should remain.
And you mentioned earlier in the video about fully harnessed car seats. How long should I keep my child in a full 5-point harness seat?
Again, we want to position our children in the safest possible manner in a car. Driving in a car has risks, so keeping them in a fully harnessed seat offers greater protection. So let's keep them there as long as the capacity of the seat allows, and that can be up to, with fully harnessed seats in the market, taking children up to approximately 8 years old.
Great. In regards to booster seats, when is it appropriate for a child to travel in a booster seat?
Again, the parent needs to consider the factors of their child's age and size. The law permits a child of 4 to travel in a booster seat with height requirements as well. So that needs to be checked out. But maturity is important. Are they going to sit in their seat? It's far easier for a child to maneuver themselves out of a seatbelt. So age, height, and maturity need to be considered before moving them on to the next category.
Right. And further to that, what is the best practice recommendation for when it's safe for a child to travel in an adult seatbelt?
So the law states 7, and a 7-year-old could be of varying heights and sizes. So they really need to fill that adult seatbelt at the size of a small adult, approximately 145 centimeters tall, so that the seatbelt sits in the correct places on their body. Well, I think we've got a link below in our buyer's guide, which has more detail there for parents to investigate. The 5-step plan as well, really detailed on, does your child meet those requirements, tick every box, and then move them on. But again, we find many children are 10 plus before they are able to fill those requirements, that 5-step plan, and move to a seatbelt. Great.
And for new parents or for parents that are expecting, how long before my child is born should I have my child seat fitted?
Yeah, good. And this one catches many parents out. Babies are unpredictable, can come weeks ahead of schedule. So it's always good to plan ahead, have the seat fitted in your car 4 weeks prior to the baby due date, because then that gives you an opportunity to have a bit of a practice with a doll or a teddy bear, just so you get familiar with how it works. So when that first drive home is filled with less anxiety, because you really know how this restraint works. And that's what our team is so great at. Our installers run through, not only is your seat fitted correctly, but do you understand the features and functions and how to get that little one in and out.
And from an installation perspective, does my seat need to be professionally installed?
There's alarming statistics that suggest that self-installation doesn't always go as planned. It's not just the installation, say it's understanding your seat. So our teams fit thousands of seats per week. They're really competent. And yes, so absolutely, I believe professional intervention is essential.
And how do I make a car seat installation booking, and what does that roughly cost?
Okay, that's really easy. You jump on the Baby Bunting website. There's a link there to our booking scheduling system, and you can choose. We offer it at every Baby Bunting around Australia, all our locations. You can choose a convenient time, or you can visit the store and book with our team in store. And a single installation appointment is $45. And so that includes not only installation and some component parts needed to install, but also a guide through how your seat works.
Are Baby Bunting installers fully accredited?
Our installers undergo rigorous and extensive practical training, culminating in a nationally accredited, recognised accreditation.
Great. Arron, thank you so much. Thanks everyone for joining us tonight, and we hope we assisted in understanding the car seats, what best suits your family's needs. Don't forget to leave a comment about what was most helpful about this episode. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Thank you, and good night.
Yeah, thank you, Les.